Yes, people, welcome back to the Red Zone. I'm AJ, and this is all your Manchester United sports, entertainment, and news updates. This is the match reaction video for last night's 1-1 draw with Crystal Palace. We're going to talk about the performance, the results, what it means. We'll also look ahead to Sunday's big game against Arsenal. So yeah, let's get into it. What do we say? 1-1. To be honest with you, it's fucking disappointing, really. Do you know what I mean? The run we've been on, the performances that we've been having recently. Yeah, you would have banked on 3 points here, really, and it just wasn't meant to be. Do you know what I mean? Even the performance, really, of a lot of the players just lacked intensity. Lacked a bit of sharpness, a bit of direction when we're talking about going forward. The defence did okay, De Gea did okay. Obviously, in the middle of the park, Casemiro was still bossing it. But as a forward outlet, Anthony, Rashford, Weghorst, even Bruno to an extent, especially in the second half, just wasn't there yesterday. Do you know what I mean? And maybe that's a lack of squad depth, do you know what I'm saying? Or the players are getting tired, they're playing a lot of games, a lot of important games, and they've been playing well. Yeah, it's hard to pinpoint it, do you know what I'm saying? Like I said, we took the lead. Eriksen with the nice assist, Bruno put it away. But even before then and after then, it was just like it was a passive game, do you know what I'm saying? We didn't really make their keeper work. Don't get me wrong, Crystal Palace, apart from 2 occasions, didn't look like scoring themselves, but it's what we was expecting from us. We wanted to go into this game and just clean up, take the 3 points after we took the lead. I'm there saying, we need that second goal to kill the game. Do you know what I'm saying? But it's just scrappy, and it's just a bit of a shit game, really, for us. But one thing I will say is a 1-1 draw away against Palace after beating City. We can't really moan too much, you know what I mean? But the fact that we are pissed off that we've dropped 2 points, it just shows how far we've come from last season, even the first couple of games of this season, since Ten Hag's got his fucking hands around their neck and told them what he wants, and this is what you have to do if you want to be a United player. It's looked a lot better. So you expect to go into these games and just kind of steamroll them and get the 3 points, but we know shit like that. Football's a weird game. It don't always work out the way you want it to, and it's just one of them, innit? But we have to kind of take the positives from it. Do you know what I'm saying? We didn't lose. It's a point away from home. We've moved into 3rd position with the same amount of games played, which is good. Solidify our position in that top 4. And yeah, it's just the fact that we've been playing so well and we've been rolling over teams. That's why it's kind of disappointing, you know what I mean? Yeah, like I said, really, it's not really too much to say about the game. We didn't really create a lot up top. It's especially in the second half, it was a mad scrappy game. I don't know if that's how Palace wanted it to work out, but it was just scrappy, do you know what I'm saying? Fucking Leach nearly got TKO'd by some dirty challenge that didn't even get a yellow card. And when you see him after the game, to be honest with you, I must have been looking away or doing something, but I missed the actual elbow. I caught the replay, obviously, and that's fucking harsh. Like, not even a card, do you know what I mean? My man looked like he'd been battered by Mike Tyson or something all the way through the game, but he still soldiered on. De Gea made 2 pinpoints. Close range saves again. Obviously avoided a goal, which you can't fault him for. Do you know what I mean? It's De Gea saves, as we know. Yeah, the defense looks solid. You know what I'm saying? It's not really a thing like that. Aaron Wan-Bissaka, best game I've seen him play in a long time. I'm telling you, even going forward, the little bits he was doing, even though there was no end product from any of the forwards, like he was still doing his thing, trying to get forward. And obviously had Zaha in his pocket, as we saw in the last minute when we could have lost the game. That tackle's got to be tackle of the season for me. The way he gets back there, gets the ball clean. Yeah, it's a mad one. Casemiro, he's played well. You saw the stats pop up on the screen, you know what I'm saying? Most interceptions and all them sort of things, what he does in the middle of the park, he was bossing it again. Downside to that is obviously he took the yellow card. Zaha was going to go through. It's a natural reaction, do you know what I'm saying? It did look a bit raw, it looked a bit dirty, but I just don't think it was that. Even Ten Hag said it after the game. I think it's one of them where you're thinking, oh shit, my man's past me, he's rapid, he's going to be in on the defence, and he's just swapped his legs, do you know what I'm saying? But obviously, the fucked up thing with that is we know now he's got that yellow card, he's going to miss the Arsenal game. And obviously in the previous video, when I mentioned we've got Arsenal coming up, I did say it's going to be a battle between their CDM and ours, which obviously Partey versus Casemiro. And now we're not going to see that. You can tell it was a mad one when the commentator, I can't even remember which commentator it was, but as soon as the challenge went in the card, you see the ref coming over the card, my man's like, oh, because he knows what's coming. Same as, I think that's what we were all like. We were all like, oh, fuck's sake. But it is what it is. You take the game for the game, do you know what I mean? And in the game, he played well apart from that stupid decision. It's just one of them, innit? We obviously, we're going to have to do it without him. Bruno got the goal. First of all, Ericsson did okay, do you know what I mean? Steady Eddie got the assist. But obviously, probably with what's happened in his past, like come 60, 70 minutes, you can see man kind of lagging, do you know what I mean? So you kind of need, we need backup there, do you know what I'm saying? If him or Casemiro come out, you need like a Casado or just someone like that we can just try and bring in, and obviously going to be there to do the thing. Fred works, you know, sometimes it doesn't work. Yeah, what was I going to say? Anthony. We did touch on it in a previous video as well. We don't want to bun him too. We're not even going to bun him, do you know what I'm saying? We're just going to say that we need to see improvement, do you know what I'm saying? And it's exactly what I said in the video when I mentioned him. It's too much slowing the ball down, slowing the game down, looking for the little pass. When we know he can beat him, he can beat three men, but he's just not doing it at the minute, do you know what I'm saying? And we know he's got it in him. I know he's a quality player, a top player. I can see it. But at the moment, we're just not getting that, do you know what I'm saying? Whether it's fatigue with him as well, we just don't know. Remember, these players were at the World Cup. But we need to see a lot more from Anthony. But obviously, his first 4 or 5 months at the club, we can't expect too much. So we just roll with it, and hopefully he's going to kick on soon, do you know what I mean? Rashford, the boy's been on fire, was aiming for 10 in a row. Didn't happen for him last night, do you know what I'm saying? We have to be honest. We talk about giving our thoughts on game for game. He didn't play well at all last night. He weren't getting on the end of things. He weren't driving at the defence when he did have the ball. He weren't really popping off no shots. Then towards the end of the game, you could see he was getting pissed off, thinking, I want to get this goal. So he's making wrong decisions again. But we're not worried about that, because obviously he showed what he can do. Ten Hag will get him back in there and say, look, you see what you was doing before, and this is what you did last night, and you don't want to be doing that, otherwise you're going to be putting in them performances. We'll go on to Weghorst, started the game. Bit of a surprise, if I'm being honest with you, but what can we expect? This is why we said we needed a player, whether it be Weghorst. We probably need another one as well, because Martial injured again. I don't know if it was an illness or if he felt something tight, but he's just not consistently fit. And if you're not consistently fit for a top club, who are we supposed to look to for the goals? But Weghorst came in, obviously he's only had a couple of training sessions with the team, looked a bit rusty, if we're being honest, you know what I'm saying? You could see he was trying to do his press thing, but the organisation wasn't there. He didn't really have any chances. But don't worry about Weghorst, man. Weghorst will do his thing. He's going to pop up with 6, 7, 8 goals before the end of the season, and that's what we need. Just a cold goal scorer, you know what I'm saying? Someone we can fling the ball to, can hold it up and win the headers. Sorry. So Weghorst will come good. There's nothing to worry there. Yeah, I mentioned Palace. They did fuck all apart from the 2 chances. So more Whites disappointed. Yeah, the Scott McTominay penalty incident as well. And what did I say in the last video against City when Rashford was offside, but they still gave the goal to Bruno? You have to be honest with yourself. You're a Man United fan first and foremost, like we all are. But you can't bullshit the laws and the rules of the game. Do you know what I'm saying? They are what they are. And basically, he was offside last week and it benefited us. And that's what I said. If it was us on the receiving end, that I would have been pissed off. But we didn't. We got the goal and we moved on. That's what I said. And what did I say? Also, that eventually, somewhere down the line, we're going to get a bullshit decision against us that we ain't going to like. Football just evens itself out like that. City will get one soon at some point in the season where everyone thinks, oh, they should never have had that. It's the way football works. And last night, the bullshit happened to us because when McTominay goes down, you're thinking, penalty? He's got to the ball first. A defender ain't touched the ball. It's a blatant penalty. Even the VAR, I don't know what they were looking at, whether they were looking at different angles and that, but the one angle they showed live on the game last night was a blatant penalty. He doesn't touch the ball. So if you don't touch the ball, it's a penalty, but we can't be too sour about it, you know what I mean? Because we got the one the last game. It is what it is. We move on. I'm pretty sure we'll get fucked over again with something before the end of the season. I'm pretty sure we'll get something that pisses a team off. It's just one of them. But when we wanted to take 3 points from the game, it just doesn't help, does it, when you get those sorts of things happen? Yeah, and that's about it, really. One thing we'll mention is after they scored that worldy free kick that was from Yeboah off the crossbar and in to equal the game, that's when we really saw the team kind of kick into gear and think, oh fuck, you know what, we're fucked up here. We need to kind of get this. We need to get this goal quick, and that's when we saw some intensity and some decent attacking moments. You know what I'm saying? Especially in the last couple of seconds when I can't remember who it is, but someone whips the ball and it just goes from the right straight across the edge of the 6-yard box, and Casemiro just comes weird off his thigh. I think it's like he expects the defender to get there first, and then when it's through to him, he's just not ready. And there's another thing what could have benefited us, but it didn't. But we move on. It's just the attacking play was lacking in the second half. Like I said, I don't know whether it's fatigue. It's more time that we need to bring in extra bodies because the squad depth isn't good enough. Obviously, we love Garnacho. He's a player for the future. Palestri as well, we can see him coming through. But these are kids that we've got on the bench. Do you know what I'm saying? You look at teams like Man City, who they're bringing off the bench. Teams like Liverpool, who they're bringing off the bench. Chelsea, fucking spending 300-400 million and that, like money grows on trees. It's just the squad depth, and with what's going on with the club sale and the FFP and all that, it's going to be difficult, but we're going to have to try and do something, do you know what I mean? So yeah, that's about that. 1-1 draw with Palace. Disappointing result in the context of things because we were playing so well and on such a good run. We've solidified third now with the same amount of games played, knocked Newcastle down to 4, so we take the positive out of that. Because I was sceptical about top 4 at the start of the season, so we're in a good position. And yeah, we go again. Next in action on Sunday, big game against Arsenal at the Emirates. No Casemiro. We'll have to see what's going on with Martial. But yeah, we beat them 3-1 at Old Trafford without Casemiro, so it can be done. So we just go in there with a positive attitude, you know what I'm saying, and hopefully Ten Hag gets a good game plan for the players to follow and just go out there and do what they've got to do, do you know what I'm saying? But yeah, guys, make sure you give us a like on this video. Make sure you subscribe. We're still on the road to 1K. Make sure you turn on the notifications bell so you know when we upload a brand new video. Don't forget to check out the Instagram page as well. That's down at the bottom of the screen, and the link is in the video description. Pure daily content on there, votes, news, transfer updates. So make sure you go and check that out. And I want to say a big thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.